Greetings, Lightworkers. The new world is already here. We are landing into the depths of our souls in places we didn't know existed, and we will anchor light there. We are being broken open. Our horizons are expanding. Yet, our world has never felt more like an illusion. It is disappearing before our eyes, and a new world is emerging. What we remember is way beyond our current time. The memory of our ancestral lineages goes back to the beginning when we chose to experience being separate from God and the one creation. Our goal is to move past and heal the traumas of past cataclysms, not to relive them, but it seems many are doing just this. The catastrophic failure that was Atlantis, the destruction of Maldek, etc. These deep festering wounds in our collective are quaking and echoing into the present moment to be healed. These unseen and unheard echoes create inflated over-responses to events, triggering global insanity and reckless fight-or-flight responses in the collective. But this is not part of our current emerging world, which is why our old world feels like an illusion. The new world is already here, but the echoes from the past ages are blinding us to living in this world. Somehow, we know it is here already. We are beginning to feel this incredible urge to change directions. This world is opening to us quickly now. We are seeing the first edges of the future unfurl in front of us. We only need to take that first courageous step into the unknown. All that is holding us back now is belief. Over eons, our world has lost the ability to live fully open like an innocent child, to experience life as Creator does. We have become caged in a matrix of fear of our own creation. We have been hindered by cognitive biases and selective truths fueled by ego and faux superiority. Beliefs are literally holding us back now. We have made uncountable judgments that have separated us from each other. This separation has birthed a shocking lack of compassion in the collective, but this time also has revealed places within us that still need to be accepted, loved, and healed. This is a process that we cannot hurry. It has its own time, and it is different for each soul. Processing grief over the past world and surrendering to the new one takes time and patience. We have to gather great courage when we do this work. We heal as we breathe into our inner depths and acknowledge the forgotten self. These inner places clamor to be seen, heard, and unconditionally loved before we can move on. It is a very confusing time, but if we are feeling confused or lost, it is because we are allowing ourselves to dive into these dark, forgotten places, and we are ready to do the work. Now we can finally face everything inside of us that needs to be acknowledged and loved. Only now can we surrender ourselves to the one source of creation and be whole again. This is what self-mastery is. Awakening is not about forcing ourselves to stay positive and be in perfect control, only to live a half-life. We are here to live fully. This time is about reaching a point where we don't know what to do anymore, allow it all and surrender. This is where real work begins. When we don't know where or what to do next, that begins a new journey. It is a time when being true to ourselves is the only thing that feels right anymore. Being fully in each moment, being fearless in this overwhelmed, messy, and confusing place. We are strong enough to hold and acknowledge our entire creation, and not just the parts we feel good about or agree with. We can try to fight this heart-opening process that we are going through, but it will only give us a reprieve from the work that needs to be done. If you need to escape to regroup and recharge before you go in for another layer, there is no fault for doing so. Each of us will experience this heart-opening experience in a multitude of ways because we are all unique and amazing human beings. At the same time, we need to let go of the mindset that we are separate from one another. We are the family of Earth and our universe. If we could see ourselves as our star family does, we would know we are one. We are deep in the throes of an intense transformational time. Energies and frequencies are rising through the Earth's energy fields like no other time we have ever experienced. Our nervous systems are getting incredible upgrades to contain and merge with the new frequencies that are flooding in now. This is a stretching of our energy field that is quite uncomfortable at times. This is hard and very humbling work. If you are in a physical body on this planet right now, you are already doing this work. Do not minimize your existence. You are right on time. This is our time to empower ourselves in ways we have never done before. It is the time we will show up for ourselves and each other. We are who we have been waiting for. There is a huge influx of unmeasurable levels of energy flooding into Earth and humanity right now. I don't have any clue as to why, though we can point a finger to many reasons, like all the planets in retrograde right now. But here we are. The word intense doesn't describe it anymore. I didn't have much sleep last night either. Just a lot of very deep energy work was going on here. Yawn. This massive wave, filled with transformative light and new codes for our future, is calling us to be creative and courageous and face it all. To dive into all that is uncomfortable. Dive into all our biases, beliefs, and positions that polarize us. The lies and illusions we allow because they still make us feel safe. The fears that are still imprisoning us. The doubts that stall us from moving forward. Then there is facing all the external interfering influences that are between us and our density and our divine purpose. We are healing ancient ancestral trauma all the way back to Atlantis. Most of the ripples we are experiencing in our world now are only echoes of that which began long ago. We are called to take this deep dive throughout the past, present, and future, throughout our body, mind, and spirit, and through all time, space, and dimension. To bring all these dimensions into the fire of our hearts. This fire is more powerful than anything created by any means, internal or external. No external form of darkness in this tired old matrix is a match for the heart flame that is within you and me. Simple. What we face, we can feel. What we feel, we can heal. What we heal is transformed. Just like in many indigenous cultures, when making payments in the form of ceremony, when we sacrifice the control and the noise in our mind and let it drop into our open hearts, it makes a payment, and therefore we receive the benefits that we could never receive by controlling our minds. You cannot think your way out of this time. Your mind is just ego, a recording of experiences of your past and your old programs. If you work to change your mind, you are just changing your ego's perspective. What you have going on in your mind is no match for your heart fire. Burn that mind noise right up and transform it back into a usable form of energy that will benefit all of humanity. Do it for yourself. Do it for your family and friends. Do it for humanity. We have reached a powerful precipice. Our collective heart is shattering open. This is not a time to give up, even if we feel quite lost. It is a time to open up. We are in the process of a major breakthrough. When we unpack and integrate this powerful time, we will have access to more of our divine selves and have more capacity for love and compassion and a renewed strength that will move mountains. This is a significant time in our ascension process. Powerful frequencies are shaking us up. They are pulsating throughout the Earth's ley lines. It feels like our nervous system is being pushed to the limit. We are dying to the past energies and programs in a grand finale of sorts, while new and powerful energies are flooding in. Timelines are beginning to split, and we might feel a little split as well. We are vacillating between realities so dramatically now that everything feels shaken up or fractured. Reality is not showing up as we expect, and we begin to realize expectations come from past experience. Our expectations are the hardest things to let go of. When heightened frequencies pulse through the earth, the first thing that we face is another layer of our collective shadow. We are facing a major clearing of unspeakable wounds that have accumulated not just in years, but in entire ages. We can feel the epic atrocities and utter devastation that humanity has been responsible for. These wounds, our collective shadow, are the last vestiges of miscreations that are being asked to be acknowledged, healed, and finally released back into the light. How much of our collective shadow we release will be equal to how much divine light we will receive. Remember, this process is not personal, it is planetary. We may not know many of the details the collective wounds are releasing as we process them through our light bodies. We don't need to know. Although many of our personal issues that are intertwined with the collective may arise to be released as well. We have outgrown who we were, and new aspects of ourselves are birthing. It is a very confusing time. We might feel a bit lost for a while between not knowing who we are and who we are not. We have been walking through life with only a partial presence. We have become painfully aware that some parts of us are missing. This knowing motivates us to keep seeking to embody our full divine presence. Seek, and we will find. We will not be the same after this transformation. This is one final and massive step toward the ultimate goal of true oneness, and ultimately a world devoid of duality upon a foundation built with unity in our diversity. What an exciting time to be witnesses to this transformation. Over past ages, bit by bit, we have built a nearly impenetrable armor around parts of our sacred heart to contain and control our shadow selves and all the unhealed miscreations that were becoming too overwhelming to face. But the problem is we cannot hide from the unhealed parts of ourselves without also losing access to our divine presence. A solution to this problem is now being offered. Our protective armor around the collective heart is being stripped away by these new rising earth energies, in tandem with our collective desire to be fully present. Our will and the collective will are working in tandem with the universe. We are being made vulnerable in a holy state of surrender. All that we have avoided in the past is rising in a tsunami of bittersweet, healing love of brokenness. We understand now that there is no longer any benefit in avoiding our shadow. Our desire to be completely present and awakened within our divinity is stronger than our fear of facing the shadow that holds us back. We are no longer prisoners incarcerated by our fears and insecurities. Facing our shadow now becomes a spiritual crowbar to release our imminent rising into our presence and our divine destiny. We are coming to a place where we enter territory that is brand new to us. One of the ways we can enter this new territory is to break open even further. This is exactly what's happening now in tandem with splitting timelines. Our great losses, unimaginable betrayals, and life-altering devastations are all part of our divine plan. If they didn't break us open when we experienced them the first time around, they will break us open now. Our collective heart is stretching and expanding beyond what we have ever experienced before. It is very intense and deeply painful. Yet we discover a new brave but innocent place inside of us to help us take yet another step into the great unknown. We are on the ride of our lives. Just remember to breathe. We are going deeper and higher than any place we have experienced thus far in our soul's journey. This has been triggered in part by the gift from an unspeakable and life-altering devastation that has taken place on the spinner wheel, heart pump of Mother Earth. This is the horrendous loss and simultaneous rising of profound love that is the aloha spirit of Lahaina and Maui. Anything that takes place on any one of the 4 sacred heart pumps affects the whole planet and all life. This sacrifice is unmeasurable and is unlimited to the levels of transformation it will birth. We are only beginning to see what this event has triggered in the hearts of all life on Mother Earth. We are being readied to expand into our holy vessel of light further than we have ever gone before. This is the time when humanity must face the shadow with us that needs the most unconditional acceptance, love, and compassion. We are unveiling ancient hidden places within us that are storehouses for the missing pieces of ourselves we seek. But to get to those misplaced pieces of divinity, we must face the shadows first. The things we seek are hidden in the places we avoid in ourselves. No wonder we have avoided these places for so long. But it is time. Our collective soul is getting restless and is ready to move us further into our divine holiness. We are discovering new foundations for ourselves and a new way of experiencing life. This has been a part of the divine plan all along. We are packing up the old 3D house we have been living in, and we are moving into a much bigger divine vessel created within ourselves so we can assimilate and merge with the new frequencies, all the spaces that were once filled with the wounds we tried to ignore. This is what we came here for. We are breaking free from limiting patterns that were set into existence for eons. We will let go of our deep heaviness so we can fly again. We will let go of fear, anxiety, guilt, shame, and feelings of unworthiness. We will feel connected again and put an end to the isolation that comes with hiding from ourselves. We will let go of the resentments and the rage that came from being mistreated, abused, and ignored. We will forgive ourselves knowing we wasted so much of our life on things that didn't deserve our energy. We will forgive ourselves, and we will heal. So my friends, here we are. We are in this together. We got this. Please take care of each other. Take care of your neighbors, your friends, and your family. Be there for them when they hit the hard places. I feel we are so close now to getting through the last of this. Even though time is irrelevant, and I prefer not to post any predictions, I feel like we will be working through this process for several months. You didn't come this far to quit now. We are in the last leg of an epic marathon. I am cheering you on. P.S. Took me a long time to write this message. I rewrote it several times. When I read it over and over, sometimes it felt really clear, and other times it didn't. I think timelines are splitting or merging, and I don't know which timeline I am writing for these days. This new wobble is making it hard for messengers out here, so I hope it makes sense to all of you amazing beings out there.